Welcome, my lovely dears, to another salacious episode of Sunrise and Sunset. When last we left off, our grandiose degenerates hit the town hard. Last Light, in all of its glory, was explored to some degree by everyone in the party. Their first time in what is functionally the Reno of this setting. It's your almost cool Las Vegas. And, well, God, where to start? You checked out the Sage Tower, where it turned out that the head Sage Angor is not having a great time, but might have useful information, so you're going to try and see to him soon. Made some purchases at the totally legitimate market, some of which you've been fitted for and won't arrive for like a few days, while they source either materials or parts. You dropped off a bunch of your stuff at the Hotel California, and then found out that that wouldn't be necessary later on, after visiting the Eye of Hagen, resolving the mystery that plagued them by fucking just sheer brute forcing me with crits, and earning your very own villa in Last Light, as well as some gambling credit, which is always nice. And
Annual gambling credit.
Yeah, annual gambling credit. And also, wasn't expected that it would turn out like that, but you also walked away with sympathy and regret, which is a combination magical spear and shield. And then, of course, the actual gambling kicked into full fucking swing with let's see here. You guys basically, over the course of the week,
I have the statistics of mine if you want them.
I know, it's fine. Over the course of the week, you managed to make it to a 500 payout between the lot of you. There were a lot of good bets put in place by Anai, and she slowly but surely swept up the table's monies and came away pretty smug. And then fucking Cass comes in and gets 4 jackpots in like 20 hands.
Woo!
And yeah, peeled out of there pretty fucking strong. Spent a bunch of his money getting everyone all nicely dressed up and buying many drinks for the bar, some of which were served on his body because,
Woo!
woo!
Yep, you just continue white girl wooing.
Just having a real party of it. You also learned about some of the people who would be at Paithoon's table tonight. When it hits midnight, there'll be any of you who want to take place, along with the Bard Janasa, a wizard by name of Divine, a priestess who you believe is one of the Bay family, and a thief.
I'm good
Now,
just watching the chaos ensue at the Python table. I imagine there's like an upper gallery to watch it or something like that.
yeah, I mean, although more likely people actually sit pretty close to the table to watch, because Python's table specialty is that it's not just allowed to cheat, you need to cheat if you want to win, because everyone can win, be it through clever plans or magic or sleight of hand, like anything goes to take a win. It's essentially, though, they're playing a proper game of poker. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and use an entire Roll20 session to just play actual hands of poker against you all. As tempting as that might actually be.
All right, let me go reinstall Tabletop Simulator real quick.
No.
We can do that here.
You can do it in Roll20, but also moving cards out in the Roll20 is a fucking pain in the dick, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's why I said let me go reinstall
It's real slow.
Tabletop Simulator.
I would do it in some just web program. Anyway. But no, in this case, it is a skill test, and you will be up against special characters with special abilities, much like you all have. Each skill test as you go through the rounds has a steadily increasing DC. Your goal will be to either meet the DC to stay in the game, or to get someone else to fail to meet the DC, to knock them out of the game. That's the general of it, at the very least. These people have different skill bonuses, and they all have a different ability. As a hint, the bard can do some cheeky knack dice stuff in order to take values away or give themselves values.
Oh, cheeky bricky.
I'm
Mhm.
willing to bet the wizard divine here is one of the like portent ones that can roll things at the start of the day and replace like their stuff with it.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Huh.
I'm gonna say illusionist.
You have to wait and see. Yep, the priestess Akasha Bay is a priestess of Paithoon. And then Master Thief Sullen here is a expert in sleight of hand.
I mean, that's to be expected when you have the title Master Thief.
So, who else is taking part at Pythoon's table?
Well, nope, no.
Not me.
Is it
Hedrah,
just the
are you
Hugnal?
interested in taking on Big Gamba? You can type if you're still eating food yourself. I feel like Stray might also have a good skill set for this. That's true. The skills are a different matter, but it comes down to persuasion, intimidation, or sleight of hand. It is poker. Of course, you can supplant some roles for different abilities depending on how you utilize your powers and skills.
Honestly, you could be so brazen, just take the other player's cards and give them yours or something like that. All cheating is allowed at this table.
How subtle do you have to be? It's just like reaching over, yanking someone's card out of their hands against the rules. Like what?
All
What are we?
cheating is allowed at the table.
No, okay, no, you can't assault anyone. You're not allowed to do
All right.
that.
Okay, all
what's
right.
the point? Intimidate is like playing bullishly, essentially.
Okay.
No.
Where you fucking just put down more value than anyone is willing to risk. That kind of thing. You scare them off the pot.
Mhm.
There is, of course, also deception, which is bullshitting about whatever you got in your hands.
I like my idea. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, just take the cards. Gimme.
Give me your cards. Mine. Mine now.
Yeah. All right. If it is just Khassid taking place, then by midnight, where is everyone at? You can see Ralu is currently busy studying her ring.
Yeah, I already
Well-
marked down 3 days of downtime.
Cool.
I might as well watch this for the night during like the
Perception
next
is
3 days.
also good. You can use perception to try and burn someone else's cheat.
Yeah, I'll just be watching this for the night, and then like the next 3 days of downtime, I'll try and do like research into like why I've been getting these weird dreams.
Sure. All right.
And the entry fee is 50 gold, right?
That is correct.
All right, I'm marking it off.
Yeah. As you make your way up to the table, the rest of the companion trio are probably going to follow along. Although
Yeah.
Brienne looks pretty fucking sleepy, is just too curious. It's very different. It's a new life experience. Can't give up on that. Tiff and Maeve obviously aren't going to miss out on the show. Let's see here. And as you all take your seats, the bard pauses and after giving Khassid a little bit of the old fuck eye, glances over it and I just love your style.
Thank you.
And she does a little pose, very much it's what you're wearing now is very much what she was wearing earlier in the day when she was being fanned by Twinks. But now she's got this like regal, almost corset with the hanging shoulder cape instead of wearing any kind of like actual shirt or cloak, and a nice long dress. It's all very Eastern inspired. and framed with gold.
You've got quite the remarkable style yourself. I'll have to take notes for future.
Ah, seeing you in something like this would be a treat.
Almost
The
as good as
rest of
seeing
the
her in
table
nothing at
will
all.
grin. Ha! I imagined so. Beep boop. Sip my tea.
Yeah, I moved up for the gamba.
All right. What's
And
Karin's like nice wear like?
what do you mean? What is Karin's nice wear?
Well, you're out at the high rollers table. You've had a chance to gamble and make a bunch of cash. Khassid actually like chucked 100 gold out to get everyone nice gear, to dress all good. I mean, I've definitely seen the high stakes gambler who sits down and they're just wearing sweatpants, a t-shirt, and some aviators.
Yeah, like
So long as
that's
the
me.
aviators aren't reflective.
Yeah, all right. Karin's there.
what she got, she's in her werebear form at the moment. What she got was her fur brushed. That's about
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
Oh man, Karin's strategy should definitely be just like Cass leading over, being, "Let the bear win."
You could certainly give that shit a go. It definitely works.
Just give her a big smile and just like all the fucking teeth.
Ooh,
You know, like the
spooky.
fucking dragon that
Yeah.
hoards awkward moments like that.
Now,
That-
Miss Karin, was it? The priestess will speak up. There'll be no physical intimidations. Win or lose, we're here to play a game. That is to say, there's nothing stopping you from playing like a boar, but please don't. Well, I suppose boar is incorrect, a bear. But please don't treat people like one afterwards.
Whoever's was that the one
That was the
leads?
priestess, the pink-haired cat.
And what was her full sentence? I heard something about the games. It was
We're all here to play and enjoy the game, and you can be as threatening as you want in the game, but, don't threaten people outside of it. Just in case you're considering actually pulling a let her win. Like, they definitely have that moment of, oh, we should make sure we don't get bit.
just give her like tilts her head, does the whole the cute bear face that you can see on the picture on the splash screen there, and just smiles that just widens a little bit, but doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
It
She
just
just
goes with
gives you the
Cass.
old audible pair. Oh, why, thanks, and I love your hair too. There's such a glossy red.
The pink is such a nice touch. It matches your lipstick so well.
Mwah. She just blows a kiss into the air. All right. How about we play ourselves some cards? The thief will eventually speak up. Now, of course, there are a couple of ways to do this. Would you perhaps like to take it turns dealing, or would you like an individual dealer? And he'll gesture at members of the staff. Paithoon's table is not fussy.
House deals.
Fair enough. Yeah. A very
You're fun.
official and a very official looking individual will step up to the plate and
How large is his mustache?
his mustache isn't that large. It's more that he's got like the classic fucking Saladin beard, like going down to probably like nip height, ends in a point fork, and it's got loads of fabrics woven into it, so it looks very nice. It
That
keeps it all
doesn't-
from like bushing out. It's austere.
That doesn't mean that he can't have a magnificent mustache as well.
It's true. It's on the smaller side, so that it doesn't steal glory from the beard. Very well, then. How about the first game begins? You're all familiar with the rules, yes?
Nope, not really.
And then and the priestess goes, there are no rules. And then
Yeah, that's what I thought.
feigns a cackle. He grins. I meant just knowing how the game is played. You know, cards go out, match your hand, river, pairs, full house, etc. You know the values of cards, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Not going to have an eat the
no.
chess pieces scenario. That's all I want to be sure of.
I don't know. Those cards do look pretty tasty.
He clicks his tongue and smirks. Very well. And we'll serve out your initial hands. What skill would you like to roll in regards to making this DC? I want to know what you're going to roll before you roll it, because everyone at this table has an opportunity to mess with everyone.
All right. So first question here: can we use the same skill like for each of the 4 rounds, or do we need to use like a different one?
You can use the same skill unless someone like completely crushes you and just makes it so that skill no longer works, like just invalidates whatever that trick is. You can keep using it.
All right. Well then, yeah, I think Cass will. I think we'll start out with persuasion. Just flirting outrageously, trying to distract people while he get some slippery fingers, get people so hot and bothered they make mistakes. You know, the good stuff.
Fair enough. And Karin, what will be your choice strategy?
I'm gonna try to keep my peepers out to see if about who and what and how they do, and just try to burn out their.
Sure. Which person's trick would you like to try and figure out? You can generally only like put your full attention on one of them at a time.
I think the wizard's probably the most dangerous. Poisonally.
Personally, you think that, but I also think that the thief arena over there.
Yeah, okay then. I will give him disadvantage on this check. Okay. Before you roll, the bard is going to be targeting Cass with something. The wizard, I think, is going to hang on to it. And I don't think the priestess will do anything fancy yet. Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh,
Begin your rolls.
what the lady targeting me with? Like, what effect?
You don't know it because you aren't trying to figure it out, but I'm going to be taking away some of your value.
Oh, okay, well, that's fine. All right, so persuasion. Flip.
Well,
Classic. I'm gonna spend an inspo to not have that happen.
good choice. Otherwise, you might have been out of the game from the very start.
There we
That's
go.
better.
All right, she gets a 20. You both make the DC, and then her ability. Oh, I only decided to take it off. You lose a 4 off of your value, but you stay in. I will burn one of
Yay.
her anti-knack. Okay. Karin, your check. Let's see. Mr. Wizard. Fucking hell, he's staying in. Priestess. Raw dog. Oh!
Ah,
All right, she's going to
Cass
burn.
got her panties
she is-
mega
she
wet.
is- She is going to burn one of her special powers, where she can give herself advantage. And I will tick one of them off. Let's try it again, baby!
That's a lot better.
Yeah. It's just how that Paithoon do. It would be sad if none of them made it out. All right, and this guy makes his with disadvantage because you're trying to burn him. Ooh, he's not going to make it. And
Yeah.
his ability does not give him any rerolls. So I think he's instead going to try and take one of you out with him. He can force someone to scrap their hand and reroll once per round. I'm gonna
Oh.
target Karin with this, as
Oh,
he is
shit.
gonna do some sleight of hand shenaniganery. You've put him out already, so I might as well try and do the same to you. Reroll, please, Hedrah.
Okay.
Yeah, burn someone down with. Ooh.
Oh, I think that means both of you are out, unless you have an
Unless I
inspo
do
to
an
spend.
inspiration.
Yep.
Well, let's see what I can do.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, you are
Rough.
both out.
Wait, you know, you
taking
could have
them with me.
guidanced your first
You did.
your perception there.
True.
Yep.
Too late now, I guess.
Well, it's
A bit late now, unfortunately.
Yeah, bit late now.
All right. You guys make it to the second hand. Do 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 do.
So, is the wizard a lady or just a femboy? I forget already.
The
The
wizard.
token is very ambiguous.
Yeah,
My-
very
My
ambiguous.
point stands.
Yeah. They've
Declined to
say.
say.
Yeah, they probably aren't going to give it away. They are dressed like the very much fancy wizard, but I suppose in the same way that you'd have like a Queen of the Stage look. You suspect cross-dresser because you just are used to doing so yourself, I imagine.
What? No, Cass only dresses in the most manly of fashions. Do I need to get
course,
out
of
that
course, of course.
Astolfo pick?
Right, of course.
The kilt's for hiding his knives.
Yeah, they are, for what it's worth, non-ambiguous. Maybe trans femme, hard to say.
Fair enough.
All right. So, what are you going to try this time?
I think today's sleight of hand using Mage Hand Leisure Domain. Just have some invisible hands going around, pluck a few cards out of the deck while the guy's shuffling. You know.
Sounds good. All right.
Can
let's
I
see
get
here.
advantage from using a class feature? My Inviso Mage Hand.
I mean,
I'm
it seems
gonna
like the
give
class
you
feature is
your.
what's
I'm
allowing you
gonna
to make the check
I'm
in the
gonna
first
give you
place.
your proficiency on top of that again. Basically, make the check as an expert this time around.
Okay.
For sleight of hand, I would say. Let's see here. I think it's time for the wizard to use one of her powers. She can force a reroll on herself, or she can give someone else disadvantage. And I think she's actually going to give that disadvantage to the bard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
she has the
Wait,
strongest
which bard?
skill. Sorry, Janasa. She
Yeah,
has
there.
the
Cass isn't a bard.
Cass is
Yeah,
full
there
on
is
rogue.
a bard at the table.
But yeah, Janasa has just the highest check.
And the ability to make people have lower checks.
Yep.
Fair enough.
In response, she's going to give herself a +1. And
Makes sense.
Akasha stuff is only for panicked rerolls, so I will hang on to her if she fails. Like, Akasha basically plays like you were doing Crabjack earlier. Like, she's just a Paithoon person who gets lucky rerolls from time to time.
Woo!
Woo!
Honestly, I think that's probably the best power here at the Paithoon table, is just being able to force a reroll.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, wizard is going to do a 1d20 + 6. Hand is about to fluff out, so they will spend both of their powers in this round, I guess, and give themselves inspiration once. Burn fails. All right, that wizard is out of here.
What a shame.
But did
For
he
them.
take the bard out with him?
I like how you keep flipping back and forth on she and he for wizard.
Yeah, exactly. As it should be.
Yeah.
20. Okay, she has 2d20, dh1. plus 11 because she has given herself a 1. Oh my god, what a spicy little roll
Well,
there. All right, the
Bumped her
bard
out
is
of
still
a
in this
crit,
hand.
so there's that.
That is true. She doesn't get to burn one of your tricks at the table. And she probably would have used it, but like, no more mage hand the man. All right, and the priestess. Good luck. You're just fucking raw dogging, honey. Oh, shit. That dog is raw as hell.
I'm going to cast Twist of Fate.
Oh, cheeky bitch.
Give myself inspo and make her reroll.
Ooh,
Excellent.
cheeky.
It is. Goodbye, sweetie
Ugh.
pie.
All right, she's using her last luck as well. Let's give it another go. She's in. All right,
Nice.
she is.
Just
Her
barely.
dog now cannot get more raw. She has no more force rerolls.
All right, and then it's Cass's time to roll, I suppose.
Yep.
So big bonus. This will be with an additional +2, so 23.
Sick. You are
think I'm good.
still in.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, it's a close one. Okay. What's your trick going to be this time? You can get away with like other man again. No one got a crit and burned you.
All right. I think what I'd like to do is instead of using Leisure Domain to advantage myself, I'd like to try and like reduce Janasa's bonus. Like use it to pet her hair, stroke her thighs, just increase
Be a
the
big old distraction.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder what score you should be reducing it by then.
And I'll
But I say it's proficiency.
Yeah, it seems
Just
fair.
pull her prof off.
Okay.
Well, no, I was saying decrease it by your proficiency since you're the one like
Sure.
doing it.
-2.
Let's see here.
So
All
I have a
right.
question. Like,
Yeah.
if all three of these pass, is it only the two highest that go to the head-to-head?
No, all of you roll off for who gets the highest score and walks away with all the cash.
So we're just gonna keep
Ah,
playing
okay.
until nobody's left. Gotcha.
Well, essentially, right now you only have to make DCs to get to the head-to-head, and then the head-to-head is highest score wins.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
That makes you the best at the table.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Priestess is raw and without protection.
Good
This
luck.
one Paithoon. Oh,
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 poor
she's out.
baby.
unfortunate.
Kasha Bay got close, but no, Sagado.
Wow.
All right, and the bard, you're taking 2 off of her. She's going to give herself 4, and that is
Alright.
all of her bonuses done. So it looks like as well this head-to-head, if you both make it there, is going to end up being like literally neither of you with powers left to use because I think your reactions
Whoa.
are gone as well. Oh,
That's pretty good.
all right.
Alright.
Does she crush you out in DC 18?
It's unlikely, but sure could happen. Boopity boop. Nope.
Fuck. All right.
Head to head. Head to head.
All
All
right.
right. What
Winner
are you gonna
take
do
all.
to her? Winner take all. Let me double check what the pot is.
It'd be, let's see, so 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 300 GP.
300 is just what went in. It's it's a
Oh,
win
has
of
it gone
3
up for each DC?
It's 3,000 to actually walk away.
Alright.
3,000 GP if he wins?
Yeah,
So
if he wins.
Holy shit.
Before we get like to the end, while Akasha's still here, Cass is gonna like ask her to give him a kiss for good luck, and then while she's over there, he's gonna suggest that perhaps she could assist him by, standing behind Janasa and helping him figure out what she's got on the cards for maybe, I don't know, a
Alright.
third of the winnings.
Okay, you don't even have to make a test for a third of the winnings. She will absolutely do that. She's going to give you advantage. I guess I'll leave it
Alright.
still in the score plate.
And then, yeah, I will continue to fiddlesticks with Janasa's -2.
Will
Alright.
Janasa do like a similar thing, like promise one, like a third of the winnings to one of the people that's been knocked out? If they'll
No,
look over.
no, she's not going to do that. She's just got really high scores. I think she's just going to try and raw dog it by this point.
Which
Usually
makes
people
sense.
don't make it to the head-to-head with her. Like, even with Khassid's negative, she still rolls a +8. Like, is still better at this than Cass.
Oh, she
For
has to
sure.
roll pretty high there. It's a 23.
No, that was
No,
the
that was
last-
my
that was the last
previous
time.
roll.
All right,
Oh,
this is the
I thought
D.
you
I'm
won.
about to set the DC for you.
Yep.
21.
All right. So
Oh.
first of all, I'm going to use another twist of fate. Reroll that, try and get lower. It'll still be whichever one is lowest. And Hedrah, could you hold on to an inspo for me?
You know what? No,
Oh, yes.
she's gonna use counterspell. Nice fucking try again.
Oh, that's just rude.
It is just rude.
All right, 21. So
It's not the hardest check for you to beat, honestly.
no, it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
so
she definitely gives you a smug smile when she feels your spell like flicker out.
all right, sleight of hand. Wait, hold
Oh,
on. I got
okay.
expert's knack. So oh shit, that's a d6. All right, and I'm going to use an
Ah,
inspo
not
to
quite.
reroll.
Okay.
So this will be both dice since I had advantage, and this is a full reroll. So sleight of hand, 28, baby. Get fucked.
Oh. All right.
Absolutely crushed.
You do absolutely crush it. The priestess Akasha, while she's looking at her cards, just watches you make a move and does the old like, just scratch the upper lip, and you change your mind. You hold an extra hand. You wait for her to essentially shoot her load, and then by the time everyone is down the river, the win is yours. The bad size.
Cass just throws
Drops
his hands in the air. That was awesome.
Well
good
done,
game.
well done. Good game. And she will reach out to give you a handshake.
Yeah, Cass will take it. No, wait. Cass won't just shake her hand. He will give her the Mademoiselle kiss on the knuckles.
See, she was going to try and take your hand and do just the same.
Just like bump our
And you
foreheads
bonk
together.
each other's heads.
No,
knock
just
themselves
bump
out.
each other instead.
Yeah, just wait, yeah, if you both try and do the same, like, maneuver, it just turns into a fist bump and a smooch at the same time, which is,
Fuck
it's
yeah.
a weird look. It's like an awkward movement for both of you, but it's pretty funny for the rest of the table to watch.
At that point, Cass just gives her some tongue and fuck it.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, you've been throwing persuades at the wall and fingering her, basically, at the table, so, yeah, she's down to clown. Well, look at that. I walk away with no jackpot, and yet I still feel like a winner.
Well,
that
the
was
pleasure
a
was all
pleasure.
mine.
Oh no, I can assure you, judging by how I will have to change certain aspects of my clothing, the pleasure was simply not all yours.
Cass does just like the most intense cackle of all time. Belly laugh. Nice. Gonna go over and continue flirting with Akasa too. Yeah, $2,000. Wahoo!
Yeah, fuck yeah. Kasha will greatly enjoy receiving $1,000.
Would you like to receive Null Dick too? That is the question.
Yes, if you use protection. A member of the Bay
Okay.
family can't get randomly pregnant, unfortunately.
Does Salamander style count as protection?
Yes, if there is a toy on the other end, just so that there's no accidental trickle down.
Acceptable.
No one wants to be an accidental butt baby, you know?
No, you
Yeah,
gotta be an
Asuka.
on-purpose one, like Asuka's
All
making.
purpose butt baby, yeah. It's the only way to handle it.
Wait, no, that one's not on purpose. You don't know the secret in character. It's totally...
That's true.
You're
That's
right,
true.
actually. Yeah, it's also an accidental butt baby.
Mm,
Don't worry,
that's
though.
very
Your
true.
mom's going to tell you that you were on purpose with magic.
Look, the next one that comes from that is gonna be an on-purpose one, though.
For sure. Are you giving Karin any cash at the table, considering she anteed in and took out one of the players?
Nah, I'm good.
Hmm.
We're gonna be spending it anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah, all right, Khassid. You gambled hard against people who, frankly, had every right beating you. Your luck is astounding. Like, their rolls were higher. They had the ability to force you to reroll. So to repeat, Master Thief Solon, if he'd stayed in every hand, he can force a player, including one of the other NPCs, to scrap their hand and reroll once per round, although he only makes his checks with +6. The Wizard Divine, they have a use of inspiration once, and they can force a disadvantage once, and they are a +6. Akasha gets 2 rerolls in the game and has a high check of 8. And then Janasa had 3 knack die to work with, a 4, a 1, and a 4, and also rolled the highest with a +10.
Yeah, look,
I'm surprised she
no
didn't
one
do
is going to
something more
come
on the
away from
final
today
table.
saying that Cass is anything but the luckiest gnoll on the planet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Four
you are with
jackpots
4
and first
jackpots
time.
and the Paithoon
Yeah.
jackpot. Like,
Unfortunately, the
hell.
thing she did at the table was use her reaction to counterspell so that she wasn't forced to ditch a pretty decent hand.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just surprised she didn't do like something else alongside. Considering, yeah,
I mean, the reality is that her number being big is indicative of her already doing shit at the table. Like, you'll notice I didn't say hers was a persuade or a sleight of hand or a deception. She just
Yeah.
gives you +10 of difficulty at this. She's already doing things. I just don't have the aptitude to describe quite how successfully she's cheating.
yeah, I just more meant like she didn't do anything like that, granted her like advantage or gave people disadvantage or something like that at that final table.
She stopped herself from re-rolling and stopped Cass from
Yeah,
getting an
yeah, no,
inspiration.
I get
she
you.
did. She did. It's just she did it in the other direction. She doesn't have the ability to do both things at once, unfortunately.
Yeah, like I had more spell slots, but I can only, do one thing at a time.
Yep.
And it's a shame
But yeah.
Khassid's climactic crest does damage. Otherwise,
Yeah, that would that breaks the rules pretty resoundingly.
You just need to make a version that doesn't do damage.
it's true. It's true. I could do that.
Dance.
It's just called Find the Clit.
Yep.
Sploosh.
Skloosh. And yeah. It is late by the time that this game is done, like probably 2 a.m. or so. Been at this for like just 2 hours of hard-paying gambling. There were probably other people who were at this table, but they were
They
not
didn't matter.
valid contenders in this show. Yeah, they were there to make the table look bigger on the screen. They're important for cinema, but really only like 3 of the people matter while James Bond is playing.
Yeah, they were there to up the pod value.
Yep.
Exactly.
yeah,
There were
it
10
was,
total people.
when- Yeah, you ante in 50 and you walk away with 10 times the combined antes in winning. So, yeah. 50 per player, then times by 10.
Man, I can't
Free
wait till
Gs.
we get to fucking Dorado and I get just have my knees broken by the mafia for like one day.
It's fine. Go to the casino that Hagen's chilling at. I'm sure you'll get away with a whole bunch of shit.
Concerning the loss in like round 2, I'll invite the wizard there, Divine, to have a drink while watching the rest of this game play out.
Yeah, sure. They're down to drink. They probably recognize you as a member of the Sabre.
It's gonna take. We're just gonna go. Get some goddamn sleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 2 a.m. and you aren't a late night drinker, so
Yeah, and I'm not, and she's not a late night person either.
that's
He
true.
just
You're also not an
enjoys-
early morning person. It's
Yeah,
just a rough
exactly,
time.
So that it's like, well, I sat up way past my fucking bedtime and just go back and just face plant, literally on the ground and just sleep in the villa. We just not even fucking bother going into a room, finding a room. She's just going into the foyer and just pass out there.
Mm. Fair enough. And yeah, Divine will just have a nice time. There's definitely, now that it's, very, very late and the big money is moved, some people have gone off to crash, some people have gone for an all-night buffet, others are doing that thing where they just drink and smoke so much they're pretty sure they're going to make it to the next day intact anyway. Don't let the hangover catch you. Let's see, I think Solin's probably just off to the brothel, as you do. Janasa's
As they
off
do.
to a fancy hotel room with probably a number of fawning boy toys in tow. And Priestess Akasha proves to be very Kate in bed.
Nice.
But, a reverse Kate, because butt stuff and don't make baby, please.
Wait, no, Kate's also anti-baby. What are you talking about?
Well, also true, but she doesn't want to be anti-baby.
I mean, she's happy with her circumstances.
I mean, she's happy with a lot of says come stances.
He'll.
Alrighty. You do a big old heckin' successful gamba down in Last Light.
Yeah.
When morning comes, many of you have likely got, hangovers, very dry mouths. You'll smell like a casino.
Nah, I pace myself with drinking.
Fair enough. The wizard who lost all their cash does not.
Yeah.
they get
I
they get
imagine so.
fucking slammered and then have to take a nap on a sofa in the VIP room.
Understandable.
Well, since they lost all their money, can they even afford the fucking VIP room?
I mean, there will always be more money. There will be easier days at the table. Next week is just another chance to win big.
They just had an unlucky hand against a very competitive group.
I'm sorry, they had a very unlucky head. Motherfucker will literally have Paithoon's eye on us. Like, what the fuck were you expecting?
Yeah,
Hold up
I did have a
Paithoon
side
coin.
thing where if anyone rolled a crit at the table, they find out that one of the nonchalant random NPCs at the table is actually just Paithoon, and he just looks over his cards and goes, "I fold." Shifty eyes and steps away.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said like they had a very unlucky hand. Like they rolled a crit fail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paithoon was not with him.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paithoon
Yeah,
was busy trying not to get pinned down by Damja again.
I don't
I don't
understand
wanna
why
be
he doesn't
red.
just present.
Because he doesn't want to, end up in a Kadist situation where he doesn't have a domain anymore. It's like, I like being trickery, go away.
They have a domain.
They do, exactly. But I mean, the Kadist didn't. They used to have
They
a much
didn't-
easier, happier job.
Yeah, well, I mean they didn't have. Yeah, I mean they were angels of like a pagan first. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they were angels of what?
Hey,
Hey,
A pagan.
Oh, Hagen.
Yeah.
I thought
And
it
then-
was like the angels of pegging. It's like,
I did also
What?
think I
I
heard
mean-
that as well.
Well, now they
But
are.
They are definitely the angels of pegging now.
I'm pretty sure they
Yeah,
always
okay,
were,
but the-
considering what they're about. But
Also true. They prefer the Hagen Hall. Other players will have seen some art for pre-transformation Hagenites. Wherever I put it, I can't remember. It's somewhere.
yeah,
Sorry, what
big
now?
hilarious. Like, man,
The
they're
pre-Kadist angels.
Oh,
I saved that. Hold on.
you showed us to them somewhere. I don't remember them. Though.
What's
There you go.
as I was saying, like like man, that knoll is really lucky. And all of us
Yeah,
are just
that
flipping a
one. Can't
Paithoon
show that
coin.
one
Be
on
like,
stream,
yeah,
unfortunately,
wonder
but
why.
you get the idea.
Ah, right then. Yes.
They're real pretty, and they drink wine with their feet.
Ew.
Kate,
Holding the glass.
You leave Quentin Tarantino's fetish alone.
Oh, you mean that? Okay, like drink with
They
the
hold-
feet. I was like, oh, they just
Yeah,
stick their feet
no,
and
they
just
don't have like
slurp
feet
it?
mouths. No, they just happen to be incredibly flexible.
Okay, so they just grip the glass and do like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
you can see it in the deserts chat.
Yeah, I tabbed over and saw it now. It's like, oh, they like
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I can't really fucking know with you fuckers. So
Yeah, fair.
Look,
My
Gardaford isn't here,
assumptions of-
okay? You can be sure that we're not talking about cryptid sex.
I'm sorry. Who the fuck is Pets?
That's
Pet's
true.
just
Hey,
likes
I'm
Just
big.
likes hype. He just likes hyper, not cryptid.
No,
Oh,
I'm fine.
really?
I'm
What the
pretty good with
fuck is
cryptid too,
Taji?
but I'm
Okay.
Well, there you go. See, why are you saying
Oh,
hey
there
then?
you go.
Yeah, what are you
Look,
being indignant
I
about? Is
gave that
it's
to my-
true.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
still not on Guardy's level.
nobody's on guard
I don't
level.
think anyone's on guard's level.
Love you,
God,
Gardy.
T-posing perilously above you all. Cryptid.
Yeah, God is like, y'all are beneath me, and just the spirit of Giger above us. That you say, what, son?
You were saying.
Like that Undertaker meme picture.
Yeah. Shall we meet up and go to the sage?
Yeah, it's certainly a valid call. Is everyone going to attend a visit to Sage Angor?
Well, if we have managed to get the meeting with Sage.
I
Thank
mean, we're
Angor.
going there whether he wants to meet us or not.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. And if he doesn't come out there, the guards might just be turning a blind eye to people going
To
in.
you breaking in, yeah.
What's it called?
Beanie
Accidental
no.
bout of blindness.
Yeah, all right. If the whole party is together, you can make your way down to the place. And let's see here. Will everyone roll me a d4?
Absolutely.
Want to see what's going on in the city today.
2.
3.
Oh, we got 2 4s.
Well,
Okay.
missing somebody.
Yeah. As you are crossing the street, I mean, it has to be Khassid. Khassid, you spot something shiny on the floor, and it appears to be a little Paithoon coin.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Cass will
lucky
just
find.
mage hand it up and flick it into his pocket.
Yep.
Man, I've been the luckiest guy today and yesterday.
Maybe you should actually just become a priest of Paithoon at this rate.
I mean, be careful. Luck does, turn, especially Paithoons.
What? No. I'm gonna be lucky forever, Cass says, and then mimes himself just running into a door. But
Of course, of course. Brian will pat you on the head.
I have no fucking idea why I mistook Loam's name.
For what?
Yeah, I don't know where you came up with Mossad.
Rome, you named Loam Mossad? What?
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Do you want to give me a D4?
Yeah, how many terrorists have you
Why?
smoked today?
Fine.
I thought the moment of
Jesus
intrusive
Christ.
thought when you're writing, for example, writing as the thought pops in and you write that out. It's literally what fucking happened.
Yeah, I know. I type SPQR just all the time by accident. Just happens.
One
And
D4,
Debbie,
Tina.
you want to give me a D4?
Oh, also me. Okay, sure.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, it's for what's happening in the city.
Wow, we
Yeah,
got
we've got the
3
entire
4s.
spectrum
That's
here.
unusually lucky.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. All right, that means that you have unlocked a new thing on the Mysterious Traders shop, and they are hawking their wares.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh,
Show us what they got.
Yeah, just making
what are we
sure it
buying, strangers?
That is a question because we have like a werehawk here, so maybe she can translate for us.
Ba-da-dum-bum.
Mm.
They are now selling blade silver. When applied to a mundane or masterwork weapon, it gives it the silver property.
Is that a permanent upgrade?
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh.
I will
Ooh.
put it in permanently. Yeah.
That's not bad for how early in the game we are. There's only 2 coins.
I don't know. I mean,
I mean,
like
you're a wizard.
we're
You don't
already
need blade
gal.
silver at all.
Yeah, like you
Yeah, no,
already
I,
have like a magic weapon. There's another magic weapon in the
yeah, it's
party with
just
Ralu. It's basically
Loam
only Masika.
and Masika.
Hmm?
They don't have
Yeah, for
silver
not having
weapons.
magical things or silver things.
Oh yes.
Although
Even then,
doesn't Loam
like,
have magic arrows?
yeah.
Yeah,
Even
those
then,
are
like Loam has.
consumable
I have
though.
explosive arrows.
Yeah, true. Oh, that's right. They're also very Yeah, you don't want
They're
to hit offense
situational.
with those. And here, yeah, 2 Paithoon coins, and you can get a weapon permanently silvered.
Plus, we also have like a silver sword staff on the docket eventually for free.
Yeah, once we
Once we take
recover
care of
that
something.
object from Boule Poo.
Yeah.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
No.
Will the
no,
boule shit in the
no.
bed with you?
No, it will not, because Abula is not going to be in my bed.
No, that avec
Oh yeah.
is fuck.
No, it just
Boule
means
poo,
with.
fuck.
It just means with. The fuck part of that statement is the first part, voulez-vous coucher, which is will you go to bed with me? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi is will you go to bed with me? There's no actual lewd word in there at all.
Why is French so sexy? It's unfair.
I don't know. It just is.
Anyway, Masika Loam, if one of you wants to buy the silvering, you have my blessing at least, but up to you.
I don't think it's
think if
worth
we're
it.
about to get the other one, I don't need it yet.
I would
The-
need to have something
The
that
silver swords.
it would not benefit myself particularly well unless I get into melee.
But you're such a good swordsman.
I prefer something to make my arrows magical
Fair enough.
or bolts, I guess.
All right, guess we're saving the coins. Onward to the tower.
Yep.
They pout,
in
no
the
one
sea.
likes a miser, and they will close their coat again. All right, good luck, stranger. I hear weird things from that tower.
To you as well, stranger.
Yeah. When they do that classic Batman, when you look away, the stall is empty and there's no one there. All right. As you approach the tower, it's well, I suppose what time of day is it right now?
Probably
When do you all
morning.
head down?
More than
Late
that.
morning. I think Cass at least needed to sleep
I
in
think
a
a
while.
lot of you need to like sleep one off. Yeah, say like 10:30.
Yeah.
It gives you like 5 adventurous hours of sleep and then a couple of hours of blindly fumbling around the room. And or, getting cleaned up.
5 hours
Yeah.
of sleep? What a luxury.
I know, right?
Skill issue. TBQH.
I actually fucking slept properly last night. I'm in shock and awe. It's been like a
Oh.
month since I slept properly one
Oh
time.
my.
Oy vey.
Well, that's good that you slept.
It
got
is.
sleep.
It fucking makes a nice change. It won't last, but we enjoy it when we get it.
You stole my sleep from me.
Oh, please. As if you ever had to sleep to spare,
Wah.
Deb.
So yeah. Are we able to get the meeting?
Yes,
at the
sorry,
bridge, or
yes.
are
It's late in the morning, so there are people already in like the cafes and libraries along the bridge. So it's kind of busy. You can still say that same moderately increased number of guards, including a duo who are stood at the entryway. As they see you approaching this time, one of them will give you a little short hand wave. Hey there.
Hello again.
Well, I don't know what you said to him, but also another letter came through in your name. Something insistent from the temple. He has managed to drag himself away from his very important deliberations. Or if you ask me, he looks like he hasn't slept in a week.
Oh,
He
awesome.
probably hasn't.
Not the not sleeping part, but the actually seeing us part.
Yeah. Alrighty,
It's-
let me
It seems your luck hasn't quite run out yet, Cass.
grab
My luck will never run out. Paithoon's watching over me.
Yeah, just keep saying that over and over again. I'm sure that will never come back to bite you.
Nah, he knows I'm saying it in jest. I just appreciate the help recently.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna go find a temple of Paithoon to make a big fat donation to, too.
Not the worst.
Surely
idea.
the casino
Oh,
is the big
let's be
fat
sad,
temple
yeah.
of Paithoon. You just made all of those donations.
I wouldn't call that a donation, because I walked away with a lot more money than I spent.
Don't worry, you made plenty of other people lose. And that's what it's all about.
That's fair.
Okay. Just drag you guys over. Dead air. I've not filled it with fucking shit, but it's a very cluttered space. It also smells a lot like formaldehyde. You can see that there are rings and runic circles. Anai, on the few times you've actually been in his main tower, you're used to seeing plenty more bookcases and some moderately emptier tables, a couple of lecterns, that kind of thing. In this case, it's all got this sort of manic alchemy look to it. It's not necessarily a specialty, but there are bottles, vials, decanters, all of that lot. He's like very visibly struggling to pull himself away from a calcinator as you approach, or
Yeah.
turning off a number of small flames to face you. Yes, hello. A pleasure to see you. It's very lovely. I believe you've come to pick up some things.
I'll give him a big ol' smile. Sage Angar, good to see you again.
Yes, lady, one of the Sabris. I've forgotten, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's been a few years since I've come back here.
If it's been a few, then you're Anai. A pleasure.
Mm-hmm. It's good to see you. Straight to business, I suppose. Yes, alongside trying to get you to have a look here at our friend Brian.
What seems to be the problem with your friend Brian?
Yeah, I will describe what we've gone through and the issues that she is having.
Oh, well, that is curious. Let me take a look-see here. And then we'll like crouch underneath one of these big tables and just bottles and glass and stuff, and just catches a beaker before it can tumble and fall, places it back down again. Oh, here we go. Let's take a proper look at you. Get into one of these circles. Anyone works. Brian will look unsure. If he pulls anything strange, stab him in the gut.
I trust him.
She
Relax.
goes into the circle. Let's see here. What does this circle do? Oh, it protects us from you if something fucky happens.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'm gonna look up towards like this big project that he's got and try and make sense of it.
What do you mean something fucky? The sage doesn't respond. What does he mean something fucky? He looks to Cass.
Just in case you vomit or something.
I don't think a magic circle is going to protect everyone from the vomit comet. He pauses.
You'd be
Huh?
surprised.
Oh, no. If you heave, it'll splash off of invisible walls. It'll all go on you, but we'll be fine.
See?
Great, awesome.
Just try not to vom.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. And yeah, the sage will begin to pour over it. And now you're looking over all of the wall there. Yeah, you can see there is a lot of stuff based on human anatomy, a bunch about crystals and crystallization. There is a whole subsection on just like magical radiation by the look of it.
Yeah, would you like an arcana or like an alchemist like fully make sense of it?
Yeah, either or.
I'd be
Okay.
happy to help with Arcana.
All right, I'll gladly take the assistance. 25.
Spicy. All right. Yeah, it looks like some of this are precautions about the effects of perishing in an area saturated by the darkness. And oh fuck me. Okay, fine. 31.
No, that I can't put that on there. I was just rolling it for the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a, it's
Right,
a
cool.
uh,
All
I
right, yeah,
mean,
fair enough. Yep, sorry, yeah.
Karin could
You were-
guidance it, but
Yeah, by the looks of it, this is observing the mutations in already deceased individuals where they are at risk of functionally monsterizing. Instead of the usual, where people will just simply zombify or become like vampires or wraiths or that kind of thing, which, although horrible circumstances are considered normal expectations in places where there's like lots of corrupt residium or there's been desecration and necromancy, etc., etc. This appears to be people who have changed when passing in completely unexpected ways, like big, massive variables in their development. Like there's one sketch which is just a theory. It's like, I don't know, could you get El Gigante if this kept on happening?
I see.
So you say instead of the necrotic ambulatory capabilities that normal corruption does, it does instead do an
It starts
arcane
doing
random mutagenic form.
sort of. It's Masika. It's sort of the difference between a normal Resident Evil zombie and a Resident Evil zombie whose head is full of exploding worms. Like there is something far more advanced than simply zombification that's occurring with these individuals, where there are mutations present, represented in different ways. It's incredibly grim as a subject and absolutely not Sage Angle's specialty.
Mm.
He was basically a theology major. He has more in common with fucking Tiff's line of study than this.
Can I ask what prompted such a big project here, Angler?
You can ask. I'm certainly not telling, I'm afraid. Well, hush, I'm looking over your strange friend and their weird inside out something. He just yawns and rubs his face. Brienne looks even more uncomfortable. What do you mean by inside out something? It goes, well, the insides are, out in some way. Brienne looks
what?
doubly so confused. You're gonna have to explain. He pauses. How much do you know about yourself? And as Brienne starts to get into her family history and stuff, she's like, no. I'm saying that, like, do you know what? He just, like, gestures awkwardly at the air and waits for her to reach some kind of realization that doesn't appear to
The
come.
soul thing, Brienne,
You mean
probably.
your soul?
Huh? She does have a funny soul. No, not what I meant. Did none of you told her? No? Anyone? Maybe?
Told her what?
That your friend here is some kind of homunculus. They're a
What?
creation, a construct.
What?
Their insides are a facsimile of what a human being should function like. Which is a fake.
What?
Simulacrum.
Oh,
What slow blink?
we
First
did
I'm hearing.
not know that. No.
Oh, that's a shocker. Where'd you pick her up then? Brian scowls. I was rescued from cultists. Yeah, what those cultists do? They took out my soul and put in a fake one, although it might not have been a very successful transplant. Pauses. Nah, don't think so.
Well, that's what they had done to the rest of us.
Well, I'll have to look at all of you in the circle then, because it sounds very interesting, actually, and could be a breakthrough to all of this other complicated stuff. But yes, your friend here, someone stuck a soul in a homunculus or simulacrum, whichever word you like the sound of more. Frankly, I think homunculus makes it sound monstrous. We'll go simulacrum.
Wait, but Bryn, you have like memories and stuff?
Yes, I have memories. I am very much alive. I have a heartbeat, and I have a family and a past and a history, and they definitely exist. The sage shakes his hand. You think you have a heartbeat. You have a very fake one. It makes the heartbeaty noises, but you're also missing a bunch of people things inside of you, like reproductive organs, and frankly, you're missing like half of a digestive system. It just sort of goes into you and then disintegrates. You ever notice you don't like, shit? Like at all? She pauses. I go sometimes. Yeah, no, probably not the same way. Anyway, yeah, very clever creation, but creation is all you are, I'm afraid, and sorry to break your heart like that. Do you know where the real you is then, if you're some kind of copy of yourself? Brian slow blinks. No, I don't know where I am.
I mean,
Sage frowns.
does there have to be a Castle do finger quotes real Brienne?
I mean, giving an entire memories, childhood, history, family, or loved ones, all of that kind of thing. I mean, she presumably aged to get to where you are. You don't have all of your memories as a child, but like this tall as you are, right? She shakes her head slowly, still looking a little bit shell-shocked. No, then you've clearly replaced yourself somehow, and that would mean that presumably there's a you that was replaced. And maybe that you is still alive, or maybe they look a lot like my friends in the other cupboards.
Your what?
You didn't hear that part, don't worry about it.
I presume he stacked corpses for experimentation. Not that unusual.
Look, they were delivered to me. They've been what I'm looking into.
By the other adventurers we'd found, right?
By Cass.
Mm. Oh, no. I believe they were Nanya. That was it. All
Right.
three of them were Nanya. Very familiar name. He just waves offhandedly. All right, you can step out the circle. Try not to faint. Brienne awkwardly gets out, looking moderately unsteady now.
Cass is gonna just give her a big hug.
She squeezes back, but clearly is not feeling it. All right, who else? I want to look at your souls. Get in the thing.
Please, I got other things I need looked at.
I should have become a surgeon. Hello, miss. You are aware that you're part bear, yes? I'm not about to shock you,
Yes.
am I? Okay, good.
It just
Or-
looks down on him from high above, like, oh, I thought I was just tall and hairy.
Yeah. Look, I've already given one of your companions a heart attack. I didn't have it in me to, breach yet more unpleasant facts. None of you are secretly magical monsters, simulacri, golems, etc.
Not that we
Not
know of.
well.
Great.
That's a good question, actually.
That's right. Masika doesn't know why she gets huge.
All right.
That's what I'm asking.
Well, when one person finds another person very attractive, sometimes a part of them will get
Not
huge.
like that.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. It's been a long
I have a daughter.
morning.
Cass is gonna
Wait.
come
Right.
up behind Masika and just try and spook the shit out of her from the shadows.
It's morning-ish.
Oh, that's just mean.
Yeah, but it'll make her get
Oh,
big.
that's mean.
All right,
You don't
make
want
a
her to
wisdom
rage
save.
in here.
Yeah, make a wisdom save, Masika. As your friend Luru tries to scare you. Oh no,
No,
you
that's-
pull yourself together and
Okay.
just fucking swat him across the head.
It is morning, but I have doubts about which day you think it's morning of.
I don't think it matters anyway, to be fair. All right, let's have a look here at you. And he'll crouch down and give the same inspection, stares at the runes as though they're feeding him information that you don't have. So who made that then, your little pretendo soul?
Specific person we
Cultist?
don't know, but we were abducted by cultists a while back. They were damson in nature.
Cultists of who or what? Oh, Damsa. They're I don't know, aren't they one of those Bacchanal tart goddesses?
They are, yeah.
Bacchanal for sure.
I don't know then why they would have anything to do with souls unless they sucked them out of you, but I couldn't imagine her putting one back in.
Well, apparently they did. They have a whole ritual for it. Here, I have some notes on it.
In a second, I'm still looking at your friend's strange soul.
Right.
It is weird. It's kind of like looking at an Azamar if they had no powers, if that makes sense.
Really?
There's something very wholly other about you, but it also doesn't like fill the whole space. He pauses and sort of just. He probably just goes to his fucking chalkboard and just scribes out quickly like a really generic outline of a person shape, and then just shades the middle of it in, but he doesn't go all the way up to the edges. Like, your soul is there, and it's not stuck to the outer lining like it should be. It's not homogenous with you, if that makes sense. It's just sort of hanging out inside there.
Yes. It's there and feeling it, but it's not a perfect fit for it.
So you're saying they just floured the inside of the bowl so the dough didn't stick?
I guess. Well, no, because that still insinuates that it could stick. I don't think it can. Like, even for people who. I don't know if you've ever heard the symptoms of people who have portions of their soul stolen or claimed or removed from them or damaged in some way, and then he will wipe out some of the inside, and then will say like down the middle of it, and then he'll scrub in the edges and fill that side in. Whatever's still left of the soul is still attached to your outline. It's just thin. In this case, it's not. So it's not real. I guess it's why it's easy to tell, or it's why you feel wrong. It's because it's not yours. It's not anyone's. It's not attached. It's just hanging out, keeping you from being insane or unsane or boring.
I see.
All right, who's next? If you have weird
I think
problems
I
or
gotta
things,
go.
sure. Yeah, Karin, you can make space. And Khassid, did you open those doors when you? Yeah, it looks like you looked into them.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's probably just like peering through keyholes and shit rather than trying to open the doors, at least without like
Okay,
checking them
sure.
for warding.
Yeah, they don't have wards on this side of the door, but when you like open it a crack and look down, you can see it. There's a ward on the inside of the rooms, and the smell of preservatives and formaldehyde is particularly strong. Within there is what appears to be a gigantic sort of knoll, and at the far end is an elven twink who twinked their last twunk.
What's wrong with them?
They get twanked.
You'd have to go in to get a proper look. They're lying on their backs and on
Hmm.
slabs.
No.
Do
I
they
don't
have
think
like
so.
crystals or anything growing on them?
Hard to say from where you're at. He's only taking little peeks. He's not opening the doors fully, and he's not walking in.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'd have to deal with the wards, and I don't wanna.
Yeah, no,
It'd be real
understandable.
dangerous.
I just think like if you had like
Also, it would be a
bees
lot
and-
more obvious the doors open like out into the main room, not into the small room. So you'd have to like bodily swing a door open.
I mean, that's
Also,
probably not that big
given-
of a deal with how obsessive this guy is in looking people over.
Also,
True.
given that this is ancient fantasy Middle East, how many of them are just preserved in honey?
No, none of them. They've been reposed, thankfully, but there also does appear to be alchemical concoctions at work. If anything, that's probably strange. Like, formaldehyde, pretty classic preservative, such as it is, not really necessary if you happen to be an Arcsage.
or it's
Unless-
necessary against the monstrification
Yeah,
of the body.
unless, there is some other reason that it is in use. That's not just for the simple prevention of decay, it's the prevention of something else. It's a fair thing to posit at the very least.
Yeah.
But it's a weird practice. Alright, I'm gonna look over here. Alright, first things first, you're not a simulacrum. How nice for you. Your
Thank God.
soul is iffy and doesn't fit you. Not nice
I've
for
been-
you, I imagine.
I've been mailing I've been mailing to my wife. I'd hope it I'm me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I-
So
Cool. He just sort of like waves offhandedly.
Yeah.
So what seems to be
Yeah.
the problem with you? I don't see anything unusual.
okay, so I've always had this thing where whenever I go into a panic attack, a primal rage takes over me.
Oh,
Within the last few weeks, it's gotten worse. Now I get gigantic. I get like 10 feet tall.
huh. He pauses. No,
I've seen it. They can confirm.
that is actually interesting. I mean, it's not killing you, and he just waves offhandedly. Give me a moment. He's just gonna run over to his little desk of random bullshit. And this here. He grabs a small, like, looks like a paper parcel of pills, and he grabs a big syringe full of random-looking ichor. Okay, which one do you want to try first? The calm you downs or the figure this out? He gestures with the syringe at the figure this out.
Honestly, I want to figure this out.
Alrighty then. Someone vaguely strong enough to force these into her mouth. Who wants the pills?
I'm pretty sure that would just be either Ralu or the bear.
Yeah.
Ralu's
Yeah, he
still-
hands you what is effectively a great big bag of Xanax. Just fucking hands that off. All right. Let's see here. Turn around. Let's not ruin your arms, I guess.
You're about to
Alright.
freak the fuck out.
And yeah, he is going to jab you in the ass with a syringe. It aches and
Fuck, yep.
stings. Yep, it aches and stings. It's not very comfortable
Ah.
having a large amount of liquid pushed into your ass. Trust me, I
Aw.
know. Not like that, giggity.
Giggity.
But also like that, I guess. And then your heart just starts pounding in your chest. It is thrumming. You start breaking out into a sweat. There's like a big hit of adrenaline and anxiety, and then you hulk out. You get big.
Hulkamania.
Yeah, but you also notice as you fill the space, like you slam up against these runic walls that he's put in place in this thing. He's, I knew these would come in handy.
Yeah, apparently they did.
And yeah, you're just freaking out and slamming on the sides of this wall, and he's going to crouch and stare at the runes, completely oblivious to you while you're having just a terrible, terrible time, an awful panic attack, just slamming against these runic walls. See them shimmering against you. You press, and they don't really break at all. They just make a crackling noise, and then they just snap back into shape again. And then he nods and goes, "All right, give her the pills." Ralu, that looks
Right.
like a dangerous endeavor. She does not appear to recognize anyone as a companion.
Well, I am also wearing armor, so
Yep. All right,
Ah.
you just like get a fistful of them in a gauntleted hand and get ready to shovel them down a gullet. Give me an athletics test.
I'll
athletic.
assist you.
Presumably, yeah, Karin gives you advantage, which helps because I think Masika has a natural advantage athletics.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, all right, see what you
Forgot
got.
about that.
All right. Luckily, your fox
Get
reading
back
is
at
very
it.
distracting, and you just happen to turn around at exactly the wrong, or I guess in this situation, right time and catch a gobful of pills. It takes like 30 odd seconds before that heavy heartbeat settles down again. And you relax.
Oh,
You're still like just soaked in sweat. Your clothing has been stretched to its outer limits.
breathing hard.
Yep. Probably seeing stars a little bit. But now you feel wonderful. Now you feel real fucking good. There is some brain candy and it's doing magic to you.
She was freaking out so hard she pulverized the pills in her mouth, so immediately hit her
Yeah,
bloodstream.
it's just straight to the system. Also, it's probably not that it's just antipsychotics, it's probably also hallucinogenics, just enough to get her over the hump. So yeah, everything's nice and shimmery, and you're feeling pretty good. Like it's not wavering or wobbling. It's sort of like someone turned on one of those FX filters that you tend to see for games modding.
I see.
I forget what those are named all of a sudden. ReFX?
You had your shaders turned on.
Yeah. Essentially, yes, your shaders were flipped on now, and everything's got soft haze.
RTX on,
Oh, there we go.
RTX off.
Oh no, that just makes it uncomfortably detailed. You can see way too much when RTX is on. You're like, oh, I didn't need to see that. Yes, all right. So, yeah, interesting. You ever snort weird crystals?
No.
Could have fooled me. You look like someone who snorts weird crystals. You're mutated, at least a little bit, by something or other at some point.
Huh.
Luckily, it's pretty benign. You don't appear to be rapidly. You don't appear to be in some kind of genetic down spiral, so you should be fine.
Well, that's good news.
Just, I suppose you have to deal with what is usually crippling anxiety also being the trigger action for becoming a monstrosity.
I already have been. Just now it's worse.
Fair enough. I mean, if you ever need to activate, I suppose, for want of a better phrase, I can give you. I've got another syringe of that goo around.
Okay.
And yeah, he will come back and he hands you a syringe. I wouldn't recommend using it because I don't think there are
No.
enough pills to put you down. And if you aren't in a safe place, you're going to attack just about everything until you're too tired. And then he shrugs. Oh well.
Usually
And then yeah.
Usually I can trigger it myself in like combat.
Oh yeah, combat's very stressful once adrenaline hits the body and
Exactly.
anxiety and all that fun stuff, but a lot.
Yep.
So yeah,
This will definitely help in an emergency, I suppose.
Yep. He gives you a syringe of rage serum.
Baller.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me edit your known alchemical goods with rage serum, which is fucking metal as hell.
Okay.
All caps.
So the first
That's how I
thing
wrote
we
it in my
need to
sheet.
do is find some fucking cocaine, put that in there, give it to the bear, then slap a fucking rage serum into her.
Yeah, I mean, she wouldn't. Her rage effect isn't to become giant monster. It just probably makes you really angry.
Alright, I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom.
Sure. Let's see here. Gets the primal and poison tags. I guess if you become immune to poison, rage serum probably doesn't work on you anymore. Just a warning there.
Thankfully, that's not in my character sheet, or that's not in my class features. But we'll see.
By the way, is it just me that's been like getting super fucking interested in trying Palworld?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely interested.
Okay, I'm back.
Yo, didn't have to miss anything. A lot of tip tapping.
A lot of tipper
What to
tapper.
do? Yeah, so after Sage finishes up there with Masika's inspection, I'll hand over the notes for the soul extraction that we've gone through.
Neat. There you go. Rage Serum. A direct introduction of this serum to the blood as a syringe or injury poison causes the inflicted to burst into a deadly rage. A barbarian activates their rage class feature, even if they would usually be incapable of doing so, such as being stunned or too exhausted. For a non-barbarian who is inflicted by this serum, they gain a rank of exhaustion, their vitality and temporary hit points, and advantage on all of their weapon attacks. While under this effect, you cannot end the rage until you are reduced to 0 hit points or are stunned for 3 consecutive rounds. While enraged, you do not have allies, only enemies.
Okay, so cocaine bear
Yeah.
mode.
They
And it is the primal poison tag.
Wow.
It's pretty fun.
Right.
It's in your know now chemical goods, and he just gave Masika a syringe of it, just in case.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
I will allow you to examine me. My condition began far before I met my companions, but I have a request in return.
Oh, you will allow me, will you? I don't care that much. Plants his hands on his hips.
Very well.
What is your request?
I am told that you have books of esoteric knowledge.
I do.
seek. I will. I do not wish to take them. I only seek to read them. I had my wings taken from me, and it was done in the failed campaign beneath the sands. Anything to do with an inverted pyramid and a lake that knows no ripples.
Sure, that sounds complicated. All right, fine. I guess I will take a look at you. What seems to be the problem? Besides the wingless part, clearly that's,
Wow, out of character. I am also interested to see what this is going to turn up, because apparently manticores of that line are cursed to begin with. Well, born of someone that had cursed. Whoop.
All right, let's take a look here. You're not going to freak out. He crouches and looks at the reins again and stifles yet another yawn. The bags under his eyes are deep.
He's a sleepy boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, he hasn't gone to sleep for like probably about a week.
All right, let's
Who
see
needs
here.
sleep when you have cocaine?
When you have science, please.
That was out of character.
Fair enough. Let's see here. All right, you're not a homunculus. You haven't ingested weird crystals. You don't turn into a giant monster. Your soul is iffy. Although, you got a weird thing in it, I guess. Are you bound to any weird artifacts by any chance, or carrying mysterious curses?
Uh, switch to deep speech. I have traveled to Vorl and have been marked with the runes of the Byaki.
He'll respond in not very fluent deep speech. I don't know where the toilet is, sorry. You can't use mine, you'll probably make a mess.
She'll open a palm and then flick it and summon the shard.
The shard does not let itself get summoned, or at least it can't be summoned while you're within this circle. You feel like a stinging sensation instead, and the sage sort of snapped his head up. What did you just try and do?
The shard refuses to come.
Oh, it's because you're in a protection circle. I suppose that means it's not being held anywhere near you when you summon it. Until it's in your hand, I guess. It's really far away.
The closest I can understand is it comes from elsewhere.
Oh, wonderful. Stuart throws his hands up. I'm not a geographizer. I don't know where the elsewhere is. I guess there's some kind of pocket dimension, or it's just in some shrine somewhere, being menacing and evil, and you just happen to be able to summon it. Did this happen at the same time as your weird wing situation?
Uh, Ralu will just nod and then shift part of her armor to reveal the tattoo.
Oh, I mean, stylish, but also creepy.
You can understand why I want access to whatever books you have on the subject.
Yes, but I'm half afraid you'll do that thing where you go crazy. People who look at esoteric novels after they've been touched too closely by the things between, and he is saying this like in just normal common as opposed to deep speech. He's not fluent enough in deep speech to wax lyrical at you. They're makes them tough and fragile all at the same time. Like minute horrors don't freak out crazy people, which I guess you technically are a crazy person. Congratulations. But you know, if a big enough shock will sort of break that shell, and then all of the crazy egg comes out, sort of sprays his hand helplessly. That metaphor fell apart, I admit, somewhere along the way.
As I said,
As you might say, having a hard time stringing sentences together at the moment.
I'm not quite certain I am not insane, given
Oh no, you
not
definitely
simply
are. There's a whole bunch of crazy stuck to you. You've got
waking
weird.
up waking up on top of the sands, waking up underneath in a temple, having gods talk to me, having my soul quote unquote stolen, meeting a party of uh, above average attractiveness. This all seems quite insane.
Only above average?
Excuse you.
Really? It just shakes his head idly. Yes, okay, you're probably, I don't know, unhinged for that reason, but I mean that there's when you are presented by a bunch of things that are terrifying and life changing, and I assume this campaign was awful for you, it leaves a great big mark on you. It's called post traumatic stress.
I don't know what that means.
You will briefly explain what PTSD is. It usually represents itself in things like either day or night terrors, repeating themselves, uncomfortable mood swings, the kind of things that you know, associate with someone who's generally having a hard time or might be a little bit unhappy.
It's a
Battle
war
shock.
veteran. It's a war battle shock.
Yes, yes. It's like that, except you also don't. I suppose it's. I mean, it is the same illness. The but I suppose it's probably impacted a lot by the fact that a lot of what happens in those strange places don't make sense. At the very least, someone can look back on the horrors they've been through and understand them for what they are. They know what an injury is or what loss is. They don't really know what an upside down pyramid should mean in context with the rest of the loss. You know?
Unfortunate.
Ugh, and here I was saying I wasn't a psychologist. I mean, really armchairing you, I apologize.
Well,
Rollo will just shrug.
if it's about handling and dealing with so-called battle shock and its ramification to your everyday, life or the rest of your life until you can actually get it properly handled, I am actually trained in it, and
Yeah, you should definitely listen to your medic here. They probably can also hook you up with the right drugs to keep you calm. Not like the ones you shoveled into the fox. I think if you started taking those, you'd become wholly dependent almost immediately.
Well, it's not like I can return home for our own treatments for it.
I assume manticore treatments are just getting pumped full of lusty toxin. When you try and walk out the circle before he's
Blop.
let you out, you just sort of into the wall of it. Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if there was going to be some freakouts. Let me just crouches down and deactivates it. Go on then. You're rubbing your nose as you walk out. But yes, I can let you at a couple tomes, but I might ask you to sit in a circle while you read one. Again, I don't want you to crack and go all long war on us, yes?
A fair enough precaution.
Sweet. I'll figure that out in a day or so. Also, which one of you tripped my alarm?
I don't know about the alarm, but here are these notes on the soul extraction that I was talking about.
Oh, right, yeah, so look over these, I suppose. No, just adds it to his table of fucking endless papers.
Yeah, I'll make sure he gets like a copy of them, not like the original ones.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, you
gonna
are.
take a
Otherwise,
couple
you aren't
days.
getting them back. Like they will
Yeah.
be read, forgotten, read again, forgotten again, read one more time, and then filed somewhere.
He's gonna put it
Yeah.
on his table at the end and then turn around and have given you a number. I'll get it to it in that amount of days. The problem is he can never remember which one is in the right order, so.
Yeah, terrible. Yeah. So, is there anything else?
The wand for the temple that you apparently owe them.
Oh, bollocks! Forgot about that. I like my wands.
Men typically do, yes.
I'm sure you've got a great wand.
For a second, I thought no one's going to take that bait.
The balls were just so low hanging. I mean, the fruit was so low hanging.
Please, my package is tight.
Cass cackles.
He keeps it tight.
Toy, lick a toy go. But yeah, I mean, he's like wearing full robe, so you can't really tell if he's hanging dong, but.
I mean, if all you did was wear robes, I mean...
He's probably, wearing underwear under them as well, yes. That said, though, since he probably could do it with a wash. Luckily, prestidigitation will cover up a lot of sins, just not all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Let me ask you the question. Would he actually be wearing underwear in his tower that is...
He's a
getting
teacher.
very
He is like kids running around. Yes, he would wear his
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, he
underwear
would.
in case he
not
needs
by...
to walk.
No. I mean, for study, because he's been doing this for days on fucking end.
You're
And he
right.
would probably
Yes.
battle swamp ass in this fucking hot ass tower.
Yes, he's
He's
wearing
got
underwear.
prestidigitation.
Unfortunately, he's wearing the same underwear as when he started.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
real answer. Yeah, prestidigitation is doing a lot of heavy lifting at this particular point in time. But yeah, he just probably is not in the habit of free balling when you are constantly around educating children.
He's like Archimedes. He just forgets to take a shower, and it's just like constantly drawing in the dirt. And when he showers, it's because his assistants or like his most advanced students throw him into the bathroom and lock it from the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
All right.
normally not like this. He's just really obsessed right now with this formula.
I mean, yeah,
theory.
and Archimedes would do the same thing.
Yeah.
He would literally just crouch and draw in the dirt for like days on end without sleep, and then his students would be like, "All right, man, time for you to take a shower and eat something."
What kind of wand do you people want?
What are our options?
Well,
I wasn't aware there was none.
I'm reticent to give you options because you'll pick the nicest one.
No, you can always just tell us how many options there are and we roll a dice for it.
Yeah, I like
Fine.
that
Do you
option.
want? I'm worried about that. You'll smell
No,
like
no.
luck, goddess.
okay, no, we don't do the gambling in here. Just
What?
Just
Not
the
with
one that's
magics, not this.
Did
just
you
the
see
one
me
most
gambling
useful
against
for
Magic last
adventuring.
night?
You mean cheat against cheaters?
I
Yes.
didn't cheat at all. What are you talking about?
Anyways, whatever
We're
one you think would be appropriate for us to say
we're
you
hunt
are.
Do you have one
we're
that does
hunting
healing? We
cultists
could
and we're
use
adventurers. Just an
healing.
adventuring one.
Healing? No, I'm not a cleric.
I mean,
I just need some
Well,
magic
I
clothes
am.
so I
That's
don't
what we
tear when I Hulk out.
That is not something a wand will be able to do.
I mean, I could give you a very simple wand that just pops clothes on you. That would actually be great. Would you like the wand that puts clothes on you?
No.
It sounds vaguely hopeful. Damn it.
like just
I
I
would.
mean, let's roll a die.
Do you want something for combat magic or something to make you better at something or
Mm,
Well, let's just.
Combat
protect
or
you?
ooh,
What would you
protection
like?
wand would probably be pretty good.
yeah,
We don't have much
combat
protection
or
stuff.
Eva. Well, I'm not sure what it's called in this world, but like evocation or abjuration is what Ralu would suggest. Anything that helps with either fighting or protecting.
Then yeah, protecting.
I'm sorry.
Very
Isn't it
well,
like
then
one
I've
of the
got one of
healing spells
these.
on evocation?
Turns out to be a wand of shield or something.
I mean, yeah,
Sort
but
of.
that'd also be good. But also
Just
having
fill it
wands
some-
of pew pew is always really useful. Or like given the campaign, like a wand of thought shield. Not that kind.
Yes, that kind.
Okay.
It's probably a
If you
spell.
breathe, she thought that. Man, that fucking video is just so fucking.
Look, the guy knew what he was doing and appropriately put in all the tonation he could for it.
What?
For that video.
If you breathe, she just thought those two there. Yeah, he put all
Yeah.
his acting into it. A fucking classic.
I gotta think of a good fate bound requirement for this one.
I like the sound of that.
Crits make your titties bigger.
I mean, that's a
No,
fantastic
that'd be the
property.
effect. That the fate bound would be like something else.
Especially if
Yeah,
it's a
the
hidden
fate bound is what
property.
you do to become bound to it.
Yeah, that'd be like the effect of it.
You know, it made me think about, you know, the shield of blocking the that in Savers that what's the word again? That the masochist shield, the life
Hell
getting hit.
yeah.
And maybe just think like, oh, what's the fate bound requirement? You literally had to beat it into submission. It's just well, it's a win-win. So
Hmm.
I got that set a fucking macro now, so I can just click it.
You should totally bring that shield back for Sav 6, yeah.
Well, the problem is though it likes getting hit. That would mean you it would take the hit to the shield, so it would give you more AC, but it would need to hit. See,
What?
it's a paradoxical
What?
thing.
Retain, let's see, +1 to checks to retain your concentration. And fate bound, as long as you aren't wielding a shield, this wand grants you a +2 AC.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that a lot.
The wand is a shield.
Yeah. Do you guys mind if I take that?
What's your AC right now?
My AC is 12.
12. Yeah,
What
you
the
should probably
fuck?
use this.
I'm a wizard.
It's
But your dex, too.
yeah,
Yes.
that's how that works. Yeah, I think either of us would be best for it, and I already have a catalyst, so yeah, you can go ahead as far as I'm concerned.
Cool. Let's see here. That's burn of vitality 4 times in combat, taking the vitality value in damage each time. Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
After you have dealt yourself enough damage to essentially knock you out, although there's nothing stopping you from being healed in between that, you immediately become fate-bound and you get that +2 AC.
Ah, I see. I see.
He just explains it. Basically, you're fueling the stick.
Right. So for now, it's just +1 to
+1
maintain
to
a
concentration checks, yeah.
Still pretty good.
Yep. It's still a neat little wand.
I don't think I really have much stuff with concentration.
Probably not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Probably not.
I have 1 spell that does concentration. The Ray of Enfeeblement.
It's not good for. That's
Now, where
really
was
good
I
for like
again?
Karin.
So which one of you tripped my wards then, huh?
Which wards?
He just sort of taps his fingers on the table and stares at you all. For a moment, he has that look on his face where you're like, oh yeah, this man has definitely been a teacher for a long time. He gives you that you're a misbehaving student look to each and every one of you. Go on, which one was it?
I was standing by the rune the entire time.
I have
don't
been
know
up
what you
here
need.
the entire time.
Like,
I don't know. Did anyone poke the
Let's see.
wizard
Let's see.
rune?
You know what? Tiff's a committed student. Let's see if she just accidentally dobs you in because she can't take it. No, she keeps her shit together. He just sighs. Ugh. Just forget whatever you saw and have a good day.
Mm.
Good luck with your weirdo beardo souls.
Yes.
And
Oh,
good
thank
luck
you.
with your
that's very
whole
fair.
homunculus thing. Simulacrum, whichever.
Yeah, that's something we'll have to figure out a lot about how that happened.
I will see you on the morrow.
I'd recommend getting some rest, St. Angor.
Oh, who needs rest when you've got science? Okay,
You do.
fine, maybe a small nap.
You do, definitely.
And a bath.
And probably something to eat. You look rather famished.
Science is what he calls his sniffing salts.
Okay, just wave us out. See you, Saint Anger.
The who what? Sage Angor. Sorry about your bear's brain damage too.
Fuck.
Huh?
House.
As we're coming out, I'll tell the guards
Wow.
that I think
Grumpy
we convinced
wizard.
him to take a little bit of rest and eat something.
Yeah.
And shower.
Before you even close the door all the way behind you, you hear the shout. Make sure no one disturbs me this time. Fuck. The guards both wince. Fair enough.
I hope he doesn't burn himself too much on that. Burn himself out too much on that project.
I think
he's been around a while. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I think his nap's probably going to be like 8 to 12 hours at least.
At the least, if not a whole day.
He's hoping. He looks along. The guard will look across the lot of you. Oh, you will look like you've seen a ghost of some kind or another.
There have been some revelations in there.
Ah, good or I suppose bad. Sorry.
I'm a werebear.
No kidding.
Hard to
I
say at
thought
this
I was
point.
a gremlin. My whole life is in shambles. What am I gonna tell my lemming friends? I'm a fraud.
Oh, well, I mean, congratulations. I guess.
Anyway, of the actual news,
Wait, why are
Yeah,
we gonna
my-
tell a random guard about that?
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm just saying it's probably hard
Forgot who we were
to say
talking
at this
to, sorry.
point for good or bad.
Hmm. Well, good luck to the lot of you.
And to you too as well.
Oh, we'll be fine. Hopefully things stay peaceful.
Don't jinx it. Yeah, it's gonna scarper off.
Yeah, once you guys are out of earshot, Tiff will lean down and go, "What did you see in the room?"
Dead bodies, a couple of maybe gnolls and an elf.
Having to do with monstrification like his board was suggesting?
Possibly, but I didn't get a good look because I didn't actually go in because I didn't want to trip the dangerous wards.
She'll tap her fingers along like her elbow. Do you think they're going to be dangerous?
I don't think so. They were full of formaldehyde, and that'll probably keep anything down.
He does have wards built in as well.
And he has guards.
Yeah.
That tower is not soundproof.
I'm just worried given what I saw on his board.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
It is. Very much so.
Brianna's gonna look along the lot of you. I'm going to go to the bar.
Hey, if you need company, just... I'm here for you.
No, I will.
You probably
Thank you for
want
the offer, but
you probably
I
want
think
some
I
time
just.
to sort your thoughts out, don't you?
Not even that. I don't want to think about it at all. I don't know what I could change, even if this is true, which I suppose it might well be, even though that man was obviously insane.
Well, you can always try and find your body and somehow get your current soul back into it.
She definitely winces when you say your body.
Would you like to go drinking after your bath and drown your thoughts?
She did say I'm going to the bar.
Yeah, not bath.
I-
She said bath.
Oh, I thought she
I
said
thought I heard bath.
I heard bath.
Oh, well, then you know, fuck it. She'll go to the bath and then yeah, she'll go to the bath.
She'll go to the
Yes,
bath and get the little floating drinks.
Yep. I'm probably going to endeavor to put as much no think juice in me as possible. Sorry, Karin. I'll try to keep out of your eyesight.
No worry, I'm not gonna be near anyway, so we got a whole villa and I can just fuck off away, so you can do your thing.
I
All
got
right.
2 villas,
Yeah,
kind of.
Very well.
Speaking of, I think we're spending a few days here. I'm going to mostly be in that library doing some research on a few things.
I will be studying both here and then at the tower.
Yeah. What's the total of the time you've spent on that ring, by the way?
We said we're gonna take 3 days of downtime so far. I think this is day 1, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I marked down 3 days, so I'm at 3 out of 7 of research. Although I guess I should put down 2 out of 7 now because I'm going to also be spending a day at the Sage Tower researching other stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine. I'm at 2 out of 7 out of days of research.
Surely a trip to the ditch would not be the worst thing for me for some time.
Just
Mm.
looks around from where they are, like from the vantage points, and looks down at the Titan, like,
Okay, it might be a long fall. But hey, maybe it wouldn't even kill me.
yeah, I don't even think they have ditches here either.
let's not think about a long fall possibly killing you.
Right. Let's not think at all. See you later.
Yes, I'm going to end up be doing a lot of thinking, but I understand where you're going with it.
Let's see here. Does anyone else have other things they want to do while they are in the town?
I'd like to buy
I
some
think the things
formaldehyde.
everyone. I think the things everyone wanted to do, they already did in the little chat thing, and made tons of money.
Yeah,
Oh, well, let's see.
we can do the research
Cool.
lore questions in like in between sessions.
Yeah, of course.
Where's the
Sorry,
down
Savin, you
connection?
said something about formaldehyde?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and acquire some.
Sure. Okay. You can probably get it from the totally legitimate market if you want to avoid the Sage Tower.
Yeah, I don't want to get his formaldehyde. He needs it, clearly. I want to get some for us just in case we need it.
Oh, speaking of the totally legitimate market, you never did tell us about those 3 like possibly magic cursed item things.
Thought I actually had.
Nope.
No,
They were
you
rolled
have
up.
not.
I had you roll them, didn't I?
Yes.
I didn't...
You had us roll them. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Let me grab them nubbies again.
sure. Let me scroll up for them.
So in
Let's see.
deserts or an RP?
It's in deserts. Let's see. It's a 4, a 3, and a 1.
And
So
they were on D4s?
3d4s, tool accessory, implement, weapon, shield. It was 4, 3, and 1. So it's a tool, a weapon, and a shield.
Right. Okay.
Tool / accessory.
Tool / accessory. Okay. You find.
Savin, which document has down connection?
Core rules.
Oh my god, a cursed clip piercing. That sounds interesting. Well, you know who happens to have
A clip.
the piercing slot ready?
Say, guess who has a clip? A bunch of the party, I guess.
As more like who's already got like one in ready and could like change it out possibly.
It's cursed. I'm more terrified of the cursed dinner fork.
Yeah,
I was
that is the
about
one
to
with the
say.
menacing energy.
Yeah.
That's their respective prices.
Can you identify them before?
Can I identify a little bit?
You can try, yeah. You can do a normal identify. You won't know what the curse is, but you'll know what the benefit is.
All right, with that, I mean, yeah, I'll do that. I don't think I need to roll an Arcana to identify the regular like benefits. I think I just
The guy at the market will probably charge you like 3 gold per item to let you do identify on them. That might be harming their market value. I'm going to try and squeeze at least a couple scratches out of you. Also,
I mean,
you break it, you buy it.
I'll pay the 3 gold to find out what the piercing does. Yeah.
Sure. Are you identifying the others as well, or?
They, I mean, who else wants things identified there?
I mean, I'd
Well,
like
yeah,
to know
why
what
not? Just
the
get
dinner fork does. The buckler is useless to me.
All right, pay that 3 gold and I'll do it.
buckler.
You want to know the buckler?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So,
Um,
it's +1 to dexterity saves. There is no
Ooh.
fate binding on it.
That's pretty
Oh.
nice. Enjoy
Yeah.
your new deck.
Who knows?
And it's that or you boom every time you make a deck save.
We
You
might just
fail.
find out.
no, it's that you get stunned from pleasure every time you fail a deck save. Or the worst thing, you can get pregnant from your asshole.
Parry magic, you casual. Oh, that's
Yo, that's
interesting
actually
one.
really good.
It is. It's very, very good. That's why it's still 400 gold instead of
Yeah.
like chump change.
Yeah. And then the dinner fork's only 25 GP.
On the cursed dinner fork, it just fucking breaks your pasta every time.
All right. You know what? I will pay the 100 GP for the cursed clip piercing.
Nice.
I'm so tempted by the dinner fork.
Do it. It's only 25 GP and you just won like 2,000.
Yeah, but I'm terrified of the curse. What the fuck is a
Yeah,
dinner
it's
fork going to do to me?
well, that makes
Fucking-
food delicious, but the problem is it's also makes everything laxative.
Oh yeah, it turns into sugar-free gummy bears. No, it's not gonna do that.
Cass just kicking his heels around, eating a bowl of delicious
You're
hummus, and we come
never
in and start
I
screaming.
mean, to be fair, you
"Oh,
already
maggot."
have a curse that means that every time you finish a meal, you're like, why is it empty? Every time you finish a meal.
Exactly.
just double down on being a
Being an angry
cranky dinner
eater.
baby.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, somebody else gonna get any curse things?
No, I'm doing that tomorrow when I go insane from reading books.
Well, I meant more like, is anyone like buying anything else in the curse
I'm
shop here that we
thinking
found?
about it. My gold is
thinking
currently
about
at
it?
such a nice round number. I don't want to break it up.
Yeah, but look how good that buckler is.
I can't use a buckler.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
you can't use a
proficient.
buckler. You're right.
If
You're
if
right.
I was, I
My
would
bad.
buy that in a heartbeat. Actually, my
True.
armor class is not amazing.
I mean,
Ralu
is it
should
better
buy
than
that.
your saving throws? Like, what's the average save that a spell at this level asks you to make? 13 or 14, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It is true. It's a good low level item.
Oh yeah, it's excellent. I mean, and also on a power tank, it's still a great high level item too.
Like,
With my 19
yeah, actually, that's
AC.
kind of crazy on me.
Yeah,
You should buy a.
yeah. On Pets and Ralu,
I
that
could-
thing is spicy as hell.
Same with
Yeah, I can. I think I'll take it.
I already have a turbo cursed magic item, and I'm working on acquiring a second. I don't need a third.
That sounds like quitter talk, frankly.
Yeah, that
Fill
sounds
up
like
all
Yeah,
of
I'll
your
take the-
attunement
I'll take the
slots.
I don't want to max out my slots this early in the campaign.
You don't have a max
You just
slot.
replaced it. Yeah. So it depends on whether that thing is fate bound at all.
Eh.
It probably isn't, since it's a once per day.
Do we actually have max fate bound? I didn't think there was max fate bound.
Yeah, we do have
You know
max
what,
fate
there's
bound.
Yeah, I decided to keep it at the 3.
There's
Okay,
a
fair enough.
fucking Hagen cleric in town. I can just get uncursed if this is terrible. I'm gonna buy the dinner fork.
Sweet.
Paithoon rewards acts of random whimsy, and by God, the cursed dinner fork is, if anything, just a whimsy item.
Your craving for long pork has suddenly become all-consuming obsession.
Oh no. Alright.
It's okay. Listen, my sword will devour the souls of the people we kill, and you can eat their bodies. It's a perfect synergy.
Gross.
congratulations,
Grody.
you have evolved into lizard folk.
Gross.
I'm just wondering what this curse is on this buckler.
Don't make me a stereotype of gnolls.
But anyway, I bought the buckler.
Nice.
You're buying the buckler. Cool. All right. Fill
Cool.
that one out in a second as well.
So 100% buy
I
rate
labeled
for
it
this merchant.
almost
Good job.
certainly cursed buckler.
That's what. I mean, to be fair, you did just make a whole bunch of cash, so I'm not surprised that you're all buying in.
Yeah.
Alright, what does this dinner fork do to me when I go have lunch?
Okay. Let's see here. You've already got like pretty gnarly fangs, yes?
I mean, you can zoom
Oh,
in on the
dear.
boy. He
Oh,
does not
no.
have much in the way of fangies.
All right. Now the boy has more in the way of fangies.
Aw, sweet. I'm a vampire
And you
now. Meh.
Oh, and yeah, as you finish your meal, you don't feel particularly satisfied, but you know who's really satisfying? The neck of your wife.
Megan.
No, I'm just gonna be a big pouty angry baby after dinner. It's fine. Yeah.
Wee. This fork makes your final meal delicious. After which point, You grow fangs and require blood for sustenance, as per a vampire.
Alright, off to the Hagen Temple.
Yeah,
Alright.
they give you the look like, ah! That
Like,
said, it does give you a bite attack.
Oh,
You
wait a
can
minute,
draw
hold on.
bite out of people.
What's the bite do?
You bite them for unarmed damage, and then you spend a vitality and heal.
Off to the Hagen
Ooh.
Temple.
Actually.
Just carried by the fucking scruff of your neck. Like a cat.
But I can chomp
Nope.
evildoers.
Nope.
Oh, you
No,
can't taste
no.
nice food anymore.
That is also true. You can only use the same blood.
That means if you can't eat regular stuff, that means no ice cream.
Maeve carries you to the temple after the first post-curse blowjob.
But mine is delicious.
I know, but you're also going to scream at her dick every time you finish.
Oh no!
Why is it empty? You scream into her penis.
Oh,
Angry
that's
dog
fucked
screams
up.
at dick.
Okay, hold on. Let me open up remove curse here because it doesn't. It's funnier in this version of the game.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
All
Alright,
right, divine
you're doing that-
spells, third edition, or third level. Remove
me what this-
affliction, so it consumes 100 GP. Where?
Where?
Here you go. The Fork of Whimsy.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, you named it for me, thankfully.
That's the worst thing.
Alright, while you figure that out. I imagine midday is a good time to change out the piercings and find out what happens.
Yeah, nothing happens immediately.
Nice.
Cool.
You'll have to find out later. It's just a dancer's piercing, gives you +1 to dexterity saves. I mean, like, you know it's cursed, but it hasn't done anything visibly cursed to you, so that's nice.
Yeah, that is a good sign so far.
Well,
All right.
you know
Skow,
the
I need
placement.
the priestess to make a medicine check for me.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. I
It
mean,
has-
you're already in really good with these priestesses, so I imagine that the current head of the faith will help you out here.
Nice. And she has advantage because she knows exactly what applied the curse to me and has the thing.
Yeah. All right. Hatamari will 26. She gets advantage.
Yes.
2d20.
Just
1
5 with me to cast. Okay.
22. Oh yeah, she fucking snaps that.
Do I keep the fangies or are those gone too?
You have the fangies, but you do not have a bite attack.
That's fine.
They're just sharp.
Mm.
Yeah,
I can
that's just a
non-do that.
transformation. You'll have to fix that. Sorry. Unless you want to have fangies, I guess. They're kind of cute.
Cat just has like little anime girl fangies now. Mm.
Nyang, 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 nyang.
Oh, my mom has fangies. They're not bad.
Excellent. She will pat you on the head. Stop playing with cursed things.
It was so
I
innocuous.
tell you, to be fair, actually, no, continue to do so. People getting random cursed things from the black market basically keeps us in business.
Cass is really thinking about going
Out
and
of
fucking
character.
robbing that dude, using his money back. It's like, that is worthless.
I will say this. This are the fucking lizard folk, either barbarian, fighter, or druid.
Yeah,
Would have been
someone who
fucking
makes good
amazing.
unarmed attacks, just getting a healing bite attack is fucking spicy as all hell.
Yeah, and if it's a lizard folk, they have a natural bite attack, so they just amplify it even more.
They probably just use that bite attack. It doesn't give them extra dice.
Yeah.
So it's set like the bite does your unarmed damage, whatever that might actually be. This is not a
Yeah.
powerful artifact. It's just kind of weirdificating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't think of a lizard folk vampire because they literally bite all the time. That would be that would be stupidly fucking hard. A lizard folk vampire would be stupidly hard to detect. Other with detect undead.
And the fact that they can't go
No,
out during the
not
day.
any more than like detecting a normal vampire would be. With like detect undead.
Well, nocturnal lizard folk races exist.
The magical arm.
Oh no, you grow a third arm. That has a mind of its own.
All it wants to do is flip children off. It's not cool. This hand is mean.
No, even better. It's your subconscious completely controls it, not your actual,
Oh
body.
no, my hand would kill me. It would just strangle me to death. It'd be like, finally, at last, we're free. Welcome, sweet oblivion.
You just start power masturbating. Like, no, get your hand off that, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's that, or it would, molest me.
No rest for the wicked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I suppose we are not accosted by anything in our 3 days of downtime.
No,
I
during the
want to
3 days
go
of...
read.
Huh? Oh, yes, of course, you want to read books. I'm gonna let you do a research law. I'll let you ask me one question, but before that, you're gonna have to do a save to see if you have a psychotic freakout and get a point of corruption.
Yay! Crazy
Get the
times.
crazy.
Slap it with me. Is it wisdom, charisma, or intelligence?
I'm gonna go with charisma. I think you need force of personality.
That's not good.
I mean, it's better than your wisdom.
It is better than my wisdom, but here's the problem. I failed every charisma test when it
You
comes
have
to
also,
figuring out
especially for Eldritch shit, yes, failed your
Yes.
charisma test every time.
Okay, fine. 16?
Oh, all right. Yeah, you do not get a point of corruption. You manage to keep your shit together. Ask me one question.
All right, how do I phrase it?
Too late. You
can't
just asked a
really-
question. I got
Shut up.
you.
Shut up. How dare you? I'm not talking to a genie.
That's what you fucking think.
The book didn't have a genie. Did the book have a genie?
All right, your question is asked. The book had a genie.
Okay, whatever.
Go on, what you want to know?
All right. Uh, I don't know how to phrase it, but not what's the identity of the creature that I found. What? No, hell, where was I?
Where were you? That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Let me drag you over to the map.
Like, what was it called? What? This whole thing.
One question. You don't get to know what it's called. You just get to know where it was.
Well, no, I know where I was on the map. I marched there.
Yeah, but that's not where you woke up. Let us put down a little pen. Pen.
Oh
pen,
no,
pen,
where are you?
pen, 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 pen.
It's way too big. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, I
I'll
haven't
get
picked one out
cracked
yet.
over.
I'm just trying to find the appropriate pen for this.
Yep.
I don't really have one that looks like a spooky little monster, you know.
You don't have a little tentacly boy?
No, I don't know a little tentacly boy. Let's go with a little
I'm-
torch, like burn them, burn the witch.
I'm surprised you don't have like some like a monster map token thing.
So show, save. All right, down here is where you awoke when you went on your campaign.
Okay, where where was that in relation to where I marched to?
You marched to like up here somewhere,
I can't see. Oh, now I see it.
like just in one of the like really dry dead sand reaches.
What do the gray tiles represent? I don't remember what they were.
It is constant ashfall from an active volcano.
Right, that makes sense.
And since the wind most commonly comes in at this direction, it doesn't really stretch out into those two adjacent ones. It all ends up over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to change my background then, because originally I woke up on a sand dune.
I mean, you woke up on a sand dune of black sand.
That's not sand. That's just a dune of ash.
Well, I mean, okay, then I guess to
It's
be
an
fair,
ash
a dune
dune.
of ash does sound pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Did you put on the map? Where is the Great Oasis? Is it off the map, like farther south?
No, Great Oasis is. Oh, is a place that I should definitely put on. It's not like you don't know it. I definitely have a thing that looks like, yeah, a little Viking hat for the Great Oasis.
Oh, okay. So I marched north and then ended up south.
Yep.
Interesting.
What's that? Your direction was inverted?
Indeed. You basically woke up 216 miles away from where you started.
Blech.
Right next to a volcano.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, pertinent question. Was that volcano always there?
Yes.
Okay.
So far as you're aware, the volcano wasn't haunted. It's just that, there's no water really around there.
Well-
So it doesn't have like big fertile farmland like the volcanoes do for the cold north.
I mostly put it because also out of context, I did guess what happened with the wings. And if it flew up out of like the ground and created a volcano.
That is pretty hardcore. I think you'd know, really, if you woke up at the site of a newly born volcano. But no, you woke up next to a volcano.
I'm probably pretty familiar with all of the lands underneath her control, just not super far out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know all of the colored hexes, essentially. Like it's a solid, say, 100-mile span in
Yeah.
each way.
Okay.
Those are places you'd know. You've probably been to other, but it's not like you had to memorize this fucking hill over here. Like it wasn't relevant to you.
Yeah, like the rating and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll write
Sure,
that
okay.
down.
All right. And I think with that, let's see here. You're on your final day in Last Light, or I suppose you're the morning of the fourth day.
Yeah.
When you I suppose, where are you staying exactly? Are you just all piled in between the two villas?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at my family villa. I mean, there's no point not for me to stay there if it's already been prepared.
I mean, if Cass will allow it, Ralu will stay in his villa.
Fuck yeah.
I'll extend an invitation out to Tiff if she'd like to stay in mine.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. Find out what that piercing do. Actually, she's kind of afraid to find out what that piercing do. But, she'll fucking go for it anyway. Why not?
Oh,
They
yeah.
have remove curse around here.
Okay, yeah, sure.
She's an academic.
It's too curious, clearly. Nothing happens with the piercing when you clap pussies together.
I wasn't going to suggest us doing it, but I mean, if she wants to do it, I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to it.
Yeah, she's down. Yeah. As you're, getting your bags and gear together and preparing to leave the villa, make your way down to the boat, there's an awkward and disconcerting sensation that takes over the lot of you. Each of you feels this at different times. Like, I imagine you don't all leave the door like in one big crowd all at once, but each of you, when you do leave, feel this odd sensation. And that sensation only gets stranger when you walk outside and find that you are inside instead. Just feet are stood on cracked, old, dusty stone tiles, and it's kind of cool out, like a pretty even, like European springtime temperature. The air's kind of humid. You can smell like rain in mud and soil.
Okay.
Rather nostalgic.
Ain't it just? Let me grab you guys. A little less light here. When you try to leave the Hotel California, you can't. I mean, it's such a lovely place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that is what we're going to call it for today.
Really?
Yeah.
You bitch.
Okay.
Go kid.
Yep. Stood with mysteries. Mysteries abound
Okay.
in this strange, cracked flagstone, like fucking springtime chivalrics,
With
abandoned
no one
tavern.
about the place.
Nope, it is completely silent. It's like the cracked flagstones are even kind of dusty. You don't hear anything except for yourselves. Everyone who like came through here first has already been here for a couple of minutes, pacing around. Finds that the doors don't open when you attempt to push on them, and as each of your friends exits their respective villa around the hotel, they find themselves like essentially walking out of this kitchen here to find the rest of the party. Brienne looks hungover, really hungover, and is sat on a chair and like, I don't know that she's even particularly registered the situation that she's in. She's just like, oh look, go more drinks. Just sat down at a table, just holding her head.
Yeah,
Looking
she's
for
kind of
some hair in
having
the
an
dark.
existential crisis at this
Yeah,
moment.
she is. About as existential as it gets.
I imagine so when you're told you're a homunculus.
Do I even exist? Is literally an existential crisis. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
How about we go to experience?
Yeah, I guess so.
We like experience in this house.
I do like experience.
So, did you save an innocent life?
No.
Defeat a solo or an extreme encounter?
No.
Learn something new about the world and add it to your journal?
Yeah,
Monstrification of corpses.
yeah.
Yep, that's pretty valid. Did you take on or create a major quest or complete a quest?
I don't think so.
No. No.
Let's say.
Discover a rare magic item or treasure hoard?
Does 2000 GP count as a treasure hoard?
Yeah, I'll count your winnings as a treasure hoard. Obviously, like just buying magic items that are there's no uncovering to be done there.
Yeah,
but,
I
like,
wasn't going
yeah,
to
yeah.
suggest like the magic
Wi-
items and all,
wi-
but like
winning-
the
winning a-
2K
winning a-
GP.
Yeah, winning a God's Honest Gamba, I would say that counts. And
Were they even rare?
The buckler was rare, I believe.
Oh,
Score a special objective.
Does winning Paithoon's table count as a special objective?
I would say no, but God, you also got like
already
a
got an
shitload of.
experience.
You already got an experience for all
Yeah,
that.
I
crab
don't
jack-
think that would
crab jack in. I don't
count.
think so. No.
And that's fair enough.
It was unlikely, but the reward for that wasn't experience. The reward was the money that you made along the way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's 2 experience.
Well, okay.
Yep.
And the
Well,
date is
it wa-
now the 24th of December. One Hagen week.
Well,
49 out of
49.
50.
the quest part was the continuation with the Sage
Isn't it
Tower
49
there,
out
and
of 60?
Yeah,
49 out
the
of
Sage thing is not a
60.
completion.
Oh, it's 60 now. Yeah, 60.
It's-
I forgot that changed.
You know, reminder, Hedrah, that's slightly different on quest rewards now. It's did you take on a quest, create a quest, or complete one? And you didn't do any of those. You looked more into
Okay.
your condition with the Sage, but that doesn't give you an experience for just taking part.
Yeah, we don't get XP for advancing.
Progressing.
No.
Okay. So before you go, Skow, for my research lore,
Sure.
is it an Arcana, History, Nature, or Religion that I need to roll for it?
Oh, what is it you're exactly trying to learn? You're
Trying
trying
to
to
figure
learn
out-
about the Cadus, right?
Trying to figure out like my dreams because I don't specifically know it is
You don't.
Cadus.
I guess you don't really know it's the Cadus. Give me. You have context to believe it, judging by what Tiff's heard you muttering about. You can give me a religion. You're probably going to look in divine tomes.
Okay. I think that'll give me one question.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
ask
give me
away.
one question. I mean, I was gonna figure it out in between sessions. I just wanted to
Oh,
get
okay.
your
Fair enough.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to know which check it'd be since it's GM decides if it's like what skill applies for it.
Makes sense. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea and have some more cereal because I'm still very hungry.
Yeah, go eat now.
Yeah, all right. If you're watching on the stream, thanks for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow for Savin. Till then, adios and do take care.